Not only can we view tag history on a chart, we can also bring it back on a table through a tag history binding type. Let's show how we can bring back the most recent 10 minutes of data for a few tags. So here I have a table that I brought into the window. I'm going to bind the data property of the table to a tag history binding type. This binding type only shows up for dataset properties. First thing we do is go and select all the tags we want to bring in to the table. So here you can see all the connections. I can expand each connection to see one or more tags. I can select individual tags, or I can select multiple of them, and I can drag them over here to the selected historical tags area. So these are the tags I want to bring back the history for. And what it's going to be is basically be a separate column for each one of these tags. I can actually move them up and move them down, change the order for the order that I want to see them in the table. At the bottom, we can specify the date range and exactly how we want to bring that information back. So the first thing I want to do is set this to real time so I can bring back the most recent, say, 10 minutes of data. So I'm going to say 10 and select minutes in the drop-down list. Then we have a sample size, return format, and aggregation mode. Sample size, I'm going to do a natural, which is if the data is logged every 10 seconds, I'm going to get a record for every 10 seconds. I'm going to do a wide format, so all of these tags will be a separate column. Otherwise, if I did a tall format, then I would get a tall table where I just have a couple columns, and one column would tell me what the actual tag name is. The last is aggregation mode, which when I'm doing natural sample size is pretty much ignored, so I'm going to leave it as min-max here. At the bottom, we can set the polling mode if we want to pull it only once or at a relative rate. Maybe we want to keep doing this every 30 seconds or so to see the last 10 minutes. It's up to you if you want to pull. I'm going to set mine to off, go ahead and press OK, and now I can see the most recent 10 minutes of data that I brought back on the table. So here I can see there's 601 records, so I'm logging data every 10 seconds, so I have 600 records here that I can display. Of course, I can go through a table and see all the different individual pieces of data that's there, of course, with all the timestamps.